Hi, this is Jason Shatner, aka Wolffoetowtech, and I'm gonna do a little quickie thing here on Pokemon. Uh, the two most recent news articles that came up on the Pokemon official website. Yeah, I got my cat orange right here, by the way. Ha ha ha. If you want to see videos of my cat orange, check out the Jason Shatner channel. But the two most recent news articles about Pokemon outline the monthly mythical legendary a Pokemon. uh Adjust my camera, sorry about that. The monthly Pokemon and legendary distribution, and it follows. You can find this list on Pokemon.com. Mew for February 1st to 24th, Celebi from March 1st to 24th, Jirachi April 1st to 24th, Darkrai May 1st to 24th, Manphy from 1st of Manphy June 1st to 24th, Xiaomin July 1st to 24th, Arceus or Arceus as Arceus, yes, August 1st to 24th, Vicente December 1st to 24th, Calido October 1st to 24th, Genesect November 1st to 24th, and Molnet at December 1st to 24th. And I'm reading it off of a sheet of paper because I am a noob at this. I just recently just wrote this down, so I didn't have time to I don't rehearse, and my script is basically a list, a checkpoint list. And a mini update. My last video was about steam machines. I'm generally talking about what I think about them, and there goes the dog again. And what I have noticed from watching hundreds of YouTube videos talking about steam machines by actual, the big PC channels. And I basically just distilled it all into what I think, what I've observed, and suggestions to make it better. Now on to the next part. February 27th, on the Nintendo eShop for the Nintendo 3DS, Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow is going to be released on the eShop. Everyone probably knows that already. But also the same day, there will be a limited edition new 3DS, small size, not the big one, small size, is for sale with interchangeable faceplates. One set with Charizard, other set with Blastoise. I wish there was Venusaur. I was a Bulbasaur guy. I was ultra hardcore on Pokemon when it first came out. I still have a blue version with the plastic wrap. I was so hardcore that Jaywitz and Tamanahashi Hakurai would be called noobs at that time compared to me. But still, I was super hardcore all the way through Gold and Silver, Crystal, and then I kind of drifted away. I did not enjoy Ruby and Sapphire at all. And I really like the ideas in Gold and Silver a lot. And yet again, all these are my copies. It has a plastic still on it. This is my copy of Gold and Silver. I got this day one. And I was a super hardcore fan. I'm not joking. I had on my red version all 151 Pokemon. and I took the time to level up, going between all the 3 versions here. I took the time to level up all 151 Pokemon north of level 75. I'm not joking. I actually spent time leveling up a Caterpie, and a Magikarp up to level 75. It's just... to be honest, it's kind of like training Alucard past level 81 in Castlevania and the Symphony of Night. It's just a grind. It just grinds and it grinds, and it's... I wanted to figure out who was the most powerful Pokemon of them all, and I even did that with 2 or 3 different Pokemon. I adjusted everything for IVs and EVs and everything. I was ridiculous. You could say that part of the reason why I kind of burned out after I kind of fell off after Gold, Silver, and Crystal. I don't have Crystal up here because there's no room to put Crystal up here. I spent an insane amount of hours playing Pokemon on this game. I also have a red one up there. Same thing. Big old toaster Game Boy. Beat someone to death with this. There's one of these at the Nintendo store in New York that was caught in a fire, in a bomb explosion, and caught in a fire, and the whole case is melted to it, and the copy of Tetris is melted into the cartridge slot, and they managed to get the power supply plugged into it. They turn the sucker on, and it works. If you ever go to New York, check out the Nintendo store. That's an awesome little bit there. But anyways, on the same day, there will be the eShop Pokemon, the original 3 in the United States. In fact, in Japan, it was actually just red and green version. I wish I had a green version. An American green version. Okay? And then they later brought out blue and then yellow in Japan. And our blue version is their green version. There's a lot of young people, who get that fucked up. The Japanese green version is our blue version. And also, on from there, I really loved Gold and Silver. Man, this is my favorite Pokemon game of them all, is Gold. It was just amazing. I really disliked them dropping some of the features from Gold version and kind of like diagonal upgrading, diagonal moving the franchise into Ruby and Sapphire. Too much damn water. I really don't like water in the games. It's just way too much of it. But that's basically it. There's each month, this month, starting February, on the 1st, there will be a Pokemon distribution of legendaries and mythicals. Mythicals are, yeah, I can go with mythical. And it'll be the 1st to the 24th. And you could pick these up. People have asked this crazy question: where can I find this? Go to McDonald's. Put your Pokemon. Pokemon X and Y and Omega Sapphire, Ors, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire. I don't really care for the naming conventions. I loved Heart of Gold and Soul Silver. That was awesome. Some rename. And then there was also Fire Red and Leaf Green. That was also awesome. They could have gone with Ocean Blue or a blue version if they really wanted to throw at that. But every month for those X and Y, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire, you can mystery gift or download offline those Pokemon I mentioned earlier in the video. Sorry, as I said before, all my list is basically bullet points. Talk about the Pokemon giveaway. Talk about the eShop. Talk about new Pokemon 3DS. Talk about the movies that are being released or re-released in a high definition format. By the way, that's the next subject I had to go on to. Goes 2 pages. Let's just say it's all the Pokemon movies. I was gonna like read off every single one of them. There's like 20 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, 13. 13 Pokemon movies are going to be re-released on iTunes, Amazon, and Google Play on the 19th of January. So, I'm looking at my calendar. Today's the 13th. Next week, go to the, not all at once, they kind of are vague about it, but go to the Amazon store next week on 19th, or Google Play, or iTunes store, and look it up, and they'll start releasing the Pokemon movies on the store in a higher definition. There's not too many more details after that. They're vague. I think they're just starting with the first movie, and they're just expanding from there at whatever pace it goes at. And that's pretty much it for all my Pokemon news information right there. Now, this is the final moment. By the way, Powerball, on a side note, is up to $1.5 billion. I am gonna go out when I get my day job. I have a day job. I work at a recycling center. I'm gonna go get my paycheck. I'm gonna go put money on Powerball, about $20 worth, and I will. If I win the Powerball, this is gonna be upgraded majorly. I'm gonna buy a good camera, buy a good computer, not my stinky little crappy laptop and stuff like that. I'm gonna buy quality editing software. I'm gonna buy a new house, obviously, because I'm basically. You see this? That angle in the roof is because this upstairs section of the house was converted from an attic space. I have to go upstairs is to get up to the upstairs level, and then I have to go down a few stairs just to get to my bedroom area. So I live in basically a furnished attic. But but what I'm gonna do with the money if I win it is I'm gonna go out, buy a new computer, buy new cameras, buy proper lighting. I'm not gonna use a crappy lamp I tip over on its side and point at me. I'm not gonna point lamps at me. I'm gonna actually get proper lighting. I'm gonna get a proper sound system. I'm gonna actually buy a new place, as I said probably before a few times, and I'm gonna upgrade this whole channel. I'm gonna really make it nice. I'm gonna actually get a title card at the beginning. I'm gonna get an end card at the end. If I get that money, that's what's gonna happen. And I might even send out money to first day early dawn or early subscribers. So if you like leave a comment in the bottom section, hey, if you leave comments in my earlier videos from this one back, I will most likely send you something. There. In the case of Turnabout Games, I might, if I found out what your address is, I might just send you a whole bunch of amiibo. I'll go to the store, buy a whole bunch of amiibo, send you a bunch of amiibo. Maybe some games, maybe some cool Sega stuff. In fact, I'll just send you my extra Genesis and extra Dreamcast. By the way, this is just lame as heck. My table is actually a Sega Dreamcast box. I just set up on top of where I sit just because I don't have anything better than that. So funny thing is, oh, it's shaking. It's shaking horribly. The funny thing is, the Sega Dreamcast supports my channel. It supports my channel. I was a Nintendo guy for basically my entire childhood. I started with the the NES. I think I got it sometime around 1989 or something, or 1990. Basically, the end days of the NES, just before the Super NES was about to come out. I was a latecomer. I was born in 1983, by the way, January 1st. And the first system we got was an NES. The first Sega system I was planning on getting was a Sega Dreamcast. I basically saved up the money for a Sega Dreamcast. I was about to buy it, and then Sega said, we're going to start making games for other systems. And this is the thing is, I do not pirate games. I don't steal video games. I collect video games, memorabilia, all stuff like that. And I buy duplicates and give it away to friends and family. And I was this close to buying a Dreamcast, which would have been what I spent in video games. It's basically Sega would have got over about $1,000 in video game earnings just from me. And not to mention, I like to buy stuff and give stuff away. I give stuff to my brother Joshua all the time. He's the guy in the unboxing video earlier in this channel, by the way, with the orange shirt. We trade stuff back and forth. I buy extra games and give them to him. He picks up extra games in a lot here and there, and he gives them to me to add to my collection. I was gonna go and buy a Sega Dreamcast, and that was the first Sega system that, to me, I wanted. And then it kind of like, when the whole thing went downhill. So suffice to say, I did get actually a Dreamcast. I actually got two. I got 3 Sega Genesis. I got a Sega Master System with the 2 built-in games and 1 loose game. Not a loose game with box or anything. And that's it. And as you know, I like to play Pokemon. I like to collect Pokemon. I play a lot of Pokemon Shuffle. I play a lot of Pokemon Rumble. I kind of, weirdly enough, I started really super ultra. I was super ultra hardcore Pokemon Red version fan. I basically would play 10 hours a day on these first 3 here. And I would play so much, I actually wouldn't even bother putting batteries in my Game Boy. I would actually just plug it into a wall socket and just sit there. Too bad the battery backup died in this one. And the battery died in this one, 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 and the battery died in Crystal version. hey, I'm gonna go download all 3 Pokemon games when they release them. I can't wait till they actually re-release is Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal. I want Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal, Nintendo. Downloadable. Also, please try to get more of the NES, Game Boy, Super NES games on the Nintendo 3DS. Please. And Game Boy Color. I know Game Boy Advance is a little too hard on the Nintendo 3DS. Nintendo should really consider making an super or an elite Nintendo 3DS that also has a GBA a Game Boy cartridge slot that's compatible with all 3 major generations. Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance. I'm quite sure that will sell like hotcakes. Even if it was on the bulky side, it would just be called the Nintendo 3DS Elite, or we could just go with a Nintendo 3DS Advance. But yeah, if you leave comments in my comments, if you leave comments in my videos from this one back, from this date, from the 2 days, the day of this video and the day after back, I might send out presents to people if I win the lottery, which is not likely at all because I have super shit luck and odds of me winning is like non-existent. I could buy $40 in Powerball tickets and not win $4 from the Powerball or matching 3. I'm not joking. I just have shit luck. I have that magical luck. If something good happens to me, something equal or 1.5 times as bad will happen to cancel out the good thing. So I just have that kind of luck. I'm planning on doing a video game review, some video game reviews. I'm going to mostly focus on classic games like Atari, NES, Sega Genesis, Sega Master System, Super NES, stuff like that. I'm going to mostly stick to classic games. It's going to be kind of like a classic game room-esque kind of thing, but minus the quality editing for now. If I made a ton of money, I just dump it into the channel, and I would dump it into equipment for this channel and really send the quality through the roof. I don't have money. Right now I make videos on my off days from work because it's winter and there is hardly anything to do. I work in the recycling industry, and during the winter, very few people bring in aluminum cans, computer towers, electronics, window conditioners, iron, copper, aluminum, stuff like that. Very few people bring it in. There's not enough work for the entire staff. On days where it gets down to like 10 degrees, no one comes in. The entire staff ends up standing around. We lose money, and so everyone just goes on to hours rotation. My days I basically work are Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Which is, if you look at all my videos, they're all Saturday night, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday videos. Because I work Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah. So, thank you for watching the video. Please vote and comment. And if you have not already subscribed, please give me a chance. And what else? It's always appreciated if you share these videos to your Facebook or Twitter or stuff like that. You know, just hit the share icon, send it over, say, hey, look at this goofy weirdo with a funny speech impediment. Talk about Pokemon games or something like that. Or add this to a playlist of anything like talentless YouTubers and stuff like that. You don't have to use specifically my exact examples, but feel free to do so. Have a wonderful day, and don't do drugs. See you later.